This is MC Tone from the 757 Spin None But the Truth. Back to y'all with another video. And you know what time it is, the NFL team breakdown. And today, it's the New England Patriots, man. I guess the most villainous team, I think the last decade, man. The New England Patriots, man, with the Bill Belichick, the head coach Bill Belichick, and he has to have the villain in Tom Brady, man. And what his run has been for the Patriots, man. I think this is the longest run I think we've seen in modern sports history, that this Patriots dynasty, for them to go to win 6 Super Bowls in this last decade is just phenomenal, man. They're the pillar of what a franchise should be in the NFL, man. Down to the GM with Bill Belichick and down to ownership to Robert Kraft. I know they had a little bump in the roads like Spygate, but they came back after Spygate with a 16-year-old season, didn't finish it off, didn't win a Super Bowl. Even Deflategate, the Deflategate didn't go good, but hey, they won 2 Super Bowls after that. The Patriots, man, they're the ideal of consistency. Even the one time that Bill Belichick didn't go to playoffs with the Patriots, they went 11-5 with a Matt Castle. So even though they don't got Tom Brady, people say, oh, they don't got Tom Brady. Think about it. He went 11-5 with a Matt Castle. And Matt Castle has never had a successful season after he left the Patriots. So just think about that. Let me talk about the big addition with Cam Newton, man. Their offensive coordinator, Josh McDaniels, he coached Tim Tebow. So he has experience coaching a running style quarterback like a Cam Newton. But let's think about this. Cam Newton's better than Tim Tebow and a better passer than Tim Tebow. And I think Josh McDaniels was intrigued by this signing, man. And think about it. Josh McDaniels still wanted to work with Tim Tebow. He still wanted to ride with the Tim Tebow before Peyton Manning came. But now that they have Cam Newton, I think Cam Newton's out there. He's going to prove a lot of people wrong. Even though they lost a lot of people with the coronavirus, I think they're still the team to beat. I'm telling you, they're not dead. I'm telling you, they're like a roach infestation, man. You can kill one, you can kill as many as possible, but you just can't get rid of them. The New England Patriots are here to stay. That division is still a little shaky to me with the Miami Dolphins still. They're still rebuilding a little bit. The Jets still looking a little looking a little dysfunctional. You got the Bills, but the Bills still, you got to beat them, man. And Bill Belichick is still a better coach than I forgot his name right now, but excuse me, it'll come to me. But he's still a better coach than him right now until they prove it. The Bills got to put their money where their mouth is. The Patriots, like I said, with that team, and you can't underestimate Bill Belichick and what he does to his players and coaches his players up, man. He's one of the best head coaches probably of all time. But let me get on with this video. New England Patriots head coach Bill Belichick. Draft picks. It was a little shocker, second round. Small school, Kyle Duggar, but he's been pressing in camp. I like the edge rusher, Josh Uche out of Michigan. Edge rusher Fernay Jenny, man. Tight end Devin Asase. Tight end Dalton Keeney out of Virginia Tech. Place kicker Justin Rosewazer. Guard Michael Onowenu. Offensive tackle Justin Malai. And Dustin Woodard. I like these draft picks. You know how the Patriots do, man. They're not really a flashy team in the draft. I think watch out for Dalton Keeney, man. I believe in the thing about it. They drafted Aaron Hernandez, even though we know how he turned out to be. And they drafted a Robert Gronkowski in the tight end position. So at the end of the day, we never know. People were a little shocked about the Dalton Keeney, but I think he can be he can impress a few people, man. And don't be shocked if he has a breakout season. And Fernay Jennings and Josh Uche, I think they could be some contributing with the with a Winovich. So they're a little young on the defensive line. They're getting a little younger. They're just rebuilding, retooling, trying to get a little younger. There's nothing wrong with that. Some key signs, Brian Hoyer was there to compete for the quarterback position. But like I said, I think Cam Newton, he's slowly starting to secure the position. If he hasn't secured the position over there, I think it was good to bring like a Brian Hoyer, just experienced veteran quarterback, great in the quarterback room. Knows the system. Jarrett Stidham's been he's banged up right now. Hey, I guess that's how it works in the NFL, man. you get hurt. Jarrett Stidham might have had a chance to win a starting job, but you know what I mean, he has a little hip going on, so I think it's Cam Newton's job to lose. Joe Thuney, I think was at the guard position. I think he's pretty solid. Bayou Allen as a defensive tackle. Demir Bird, wide receiver. Adrian Phillips, safety. Danny Vitale, fullback. Brandon Copeland at the outside line position, outside linebacker position. Cody Davis. The offense underneath Tom Brady, it was a little dry last year. You know, they didn't look the same. They were like the wide receiver position lacked depth, but it also lacked a real true talent at the wide receiver. Julian Edelman still finished top 5 in receptions, even though he led the league in drops. So he was still producing, just needed to get better with catching the ball. He was coming back from surgery and I think suspension. So at the end of the day, you still got a Julian Edelman. I'm thinking N'Keal Harry is going to be just fine in his second year. I definitely think he just needed time to he was injured last year too. He was coming off an injury. He had this time to heal up. Get better this all season. So I think you're gonna have a breakout year. I think he's been doing great in camp. So watch out for N'Keal Harry and Julian Edelman. And you never know. Don't underestimate the Patriots wide receivers, man. They come out of nowhere. He might hear a name that comes out of nowhere, man. Julian Edelman, he came out of nowhere. Wes Welker came out of nowhere, man. So let's not just pretend like the Patriots don't know what they're doing right now. Their offensive plays, they're ranked 3rd. Time of possession 3.7, yards 15, passing yards 8, passing touchdowns 16, rushing yards 18, rushing touchdowns 10, red zone touchdowns 15, overall touchdowns 7. So not good, not bad. You know what I mean? They're definitely a solid offensive team. I think Cam Newton. I think the Patriots are gonna make the playoffs, man. Like I said, they're not dead. They're definitely not dead. They're retooling, if anything. I would even call it rebuilding. They're just retooling, man. So the league, trust me, they're not dead. And I'm just going to keep on repeating out of the video to me. Because I've seen the Patriots, they look like they're out of it. And then next thing you know, they're back in it. And once they get in the playoffs, everybody fears the Patriots, man. Because you know what a coach like a Bill Belichick and what he does during the playoffs. Even though they were knocked out last year by the Titans, Mike Vrabel kind of knew. He comes from that Patriot system, so he was definitely prepared. And Tom Brady and them, they were coming towards the end. So it would just seem like towards the end of the season, I just think everybody was just not even physically exhausted, but mentally exhausted from each other. And it was time to go to separate roads, you know. Defense. The defense was popping last year, man. It was definitely crazy. You still got a Stephon Gilmore, and we got a Stephon Gilmore. They're gonna. I think he's the best cover corner. He's traveled to the best. He travels to wherever the number 1 wide receiver is, and you don't know how important that is for your defense. When you have one corner who can shut down one side of the field, where the defense can the defensive backs can rotate to the other side of the ball and to help out in other positions, that's huge. And when you have a Stephon Gilmore, he definitely makes the defense easier for everybody. So defense is number 1, yards 1, passing yards 2, passing touchdowns 1, rushing yards 6, rushing touchdowns 1, red zone touchdowns 1, overall touchdowns 1, time of possession 3, sacks 7, and they were number 1 in interceptions. So I do expect the same thing out of a Bill Belichick team. You know, play good defense, control the clock, control the ball. I expect them to be real big in the run game. Like I said, key players. I think this is a huge season for N'Keal Harry, man. He's going to be the number 1 target for a Cam Newton. I think he's out there. I think he said he's not nervous, but he's excited. And I think you love to hear that from a player, that he's not nervous about trying to prove anything, but he's excited to prove people that they're wrong. So he's definitely going to have a breakout year. You still got a reliable Julian Edelman. Isaiah Wynn and Joe Thuney and David Andrews do make up an experienced offensive line. Cam Newton, Sony Michel, and I think Sony Michel, Damian Harris, and James White and Rex Burkhead make a good backfield with a Lamar Miller. I think they just picked up too. So this backfield is deep, man. They do got a lot of talent. And like I said, the Patriots, you know, they carry a lot of running backs that do a lot of things that can cut you up in all different dimensions. So just watch out for them. You got Chase Winovich, who's coming back, Jason McCourtney, Devin McCourtney. Cordy, and you got a Stephon Gilmore with experienced secondary. So like I said, they're not dead, and you still got a Patriots team that plays great on special teams. You don't know how much Bill Belichick loves special teams, man. So just watch out for them. You got his son coaching the defensive side of the ball, so just watch out for this Patriots team, man. They're definitely not dead. I don't know why everybody's trying to put them in the grave when they're definitely not in the grave. You got a hungry Cam Newton, and for some reason, does Cam Newton make the Patriots more likable? To me, it feels like Cam Newton rather than a Tom Brady makes the Patriots seem like with a happy face. Like, I don't know, it doesn't put that. Bill Belichick just seems a little bit more likable with a Cam Newton. It's just crazy to me. I know people tried to just say, oh, he wasn't going to go to the Patriots. Oh, da 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 da. You never know, man. I think they're just trying to see what happens in New England. What do you got to lose? Picking up a former MVP quarterback, a Cam Newton. Just think about that. He's never had. I would say Ron Rivera is a great head coach, but just pair him with a great offensive mind like a Josh McDaniels, and you never know what he can do. They're going to run what's best for Cam Newton and what he does best. So don't be shocked if Cam Newton has a great season and the Patriots make a playoffs. I wouldn't say a deep run, but they're definitely going to make a little bit of noise. This team is not dead, even with the coronavirus. They lost a lot of players with the coronavirus, but you know what I mean? I think, like I said, Bill, he knows how to coach his players up. I think they're going to be a little suspect at the linebacker position. The defensive line still needs a little bit more depth. The offensive line is pretty decent. But I think the wide receiver position still, to me, is a little, let's see what can happen. But like I said, the Patriots are not dead. Bill Belichick is still the best head coach in football until proven otherwise. And we're going to see what the Patriots do. So let me know. Share your thoughts, comment, subscribe if you like the video. What do you Patriots fans or any fans, man? What do you think of the Patriots, man? Do you believe in that they're going? I don't. So just let me know. Tone out. Thank you.